everybody.
Hi.
Today is June 13th. It is minus 48 checking in. Episode
25.
It's like the quarter. 25. It's irrelevant. You know what I really wanted today? Kizone family. Pizza Roach! I just had to throw that in there, just so you guys could hear me say it.
Did you get Pizza Roach?
We didn't. I didn't. That's why I was like, gotta ask Joey where you guys are from in Italy, because I haven't found anything.
It might be too commercial where we are.
Yeah.
Might have to go to...
Just want some, and then the calzone.
Calzone?
No, it's like
Calzone?
It's like calzone. It's like calzone. It's
Is that the inside-out pizza?
no. It's
What's
just,
a calzone?
It's I had it at Easter. Like it was just. It's this. I can't remember which is which. I think the calzone was the one. It's like a baked custard, but it has like a shell and there's stuff in it.
Like a giant noodle?
Probably really wrong.
Right?
No, it's like a pie. Ish. But that could be the pizza roach or something. No, calzone might be this. It's like Italian cheesecake, sort of. Oh,
Okay.
crap, there's so many things. I don't know. Anyways, so
So we got up today, and we went straight to the Vatican Museum,
yeah.
which is where at the very end of the Vatican Museum is where the Sistine Chapel is. Sweet! So we start walking there, and we get stopped by like some people, like take the tour, blah blah blah. We're like,
Skip the line,
yeah,
all of
skip
that.
the line, get a tour, audio guide, yada yada. So we thought that was a good idea, and then we walked a few more paces, and then somebody offered us a better deal for like $5 cheaper or something like that. We're like, all right, let's
So
do
we
it.
decided to do it.
Because we were on kind of a time crunch. So it was like a 2-hour tour. And we got to skip the line, which was really nice because the line is usually about 2 hours,
Yeah.
they said. And so, but it was hysterical because our guide was this like, just like big bodacious like Italian woman. And she was just so funny because she was like really annoyed with the lines and like the amount of people that were there. I would say
By far the most crowded
Yeah.
place we've ever been.
Yeah,
It was
definitely
packed.
chaotic. And she said it wasn't even that busy today. And we were like shoulder to shoulder with people. It was
Seriously,
really
though, it was
uncomfortable.
nuts.
But she was like, I'm not going to talk here because there's so many people. Oh my God. She was just like, yeah, she'd go, Mamma Mia. She'd be so like dramatic.
Yeah.
And she was just like all over the place. We were like we were literally running through this museum.
And like essentially the Vatican Museum is 75% of it is artifacts, sculptures, paintings, different things that past popes have collected and like accumulated over, the centuries. But we did learn. So we went to, St. Peter's Basilica 2 nights ago we told you about. We're a day behind because we were both sick yesterday. Jen got food poisoning. It was a rough day, so we laid low yesterday.
You didn't do anything.
Yeah. Just kind of caught up on sleep, made her get better. Getting there. But so the day before we did like the Basilica. So we were in there, but we actually learned pre-tour. She was giving us just some like general information, and we learned that St. Peter is actually in the St. Peter's Basilica is this massive altar, and it has these huge like columns, this area, and that's where the altar is in the center. P.S. It's also the largest Catholic church in the world, which I guess, that seems obvious.
Yeah, but we were like, oh!
But so underneath this altar is a chapel, and in the chapel behind this mosaic of Jesus is St. Peter's tomb, and there's actually 22 bones there.
From actual, like the real St. Peter.
Yeah.
Like,
From like what, 69? I'm not even gonna say. I'm not even gonna say a date.
Gonna do dates.
I'm not even gonna say a date. But crazy.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
It's not really 69. It could be 69 AD.
Could be.
I don't know.
I'd go with
Don't
it.
quote me.
I believe you.
Thank you.
We saw it today, so we should know. But
Yeah.
we have it all written down, so we can give
We
you
took
exact
ferocious
teaching.
notes.
Yeah, because this stuff is crazy interesting.
Yeah.
People who live in the Vatican don't have to pay taxes.
How about that? So she doesn't have to pay taxes.
Their own.
They're actually, it's not part of Italy. She said when you go into
Yeah.
Vatican City, it's not part of Italy. It's mostly managed by Swiss soldiers, and you can enter the force between the ages of 17 and 23,
Right.
and you're in for a lifetime. Once you
This
reach...
is the Swiss.
Yeah. And that's like their law enforcement, but they don't have legitimate weapons, so they also have a few Italian police officers in there as well.
So we don't really know what the Swedish guards are there for.
No.
Just for show.
Yeah.
They look kind of pansy-esque, if you ask me. They look like
Yeah, we saw them
Jokers.
kind of like circus performers.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? I didn't say
Whatever.
anything. Yeah,
Whatever.
whatever. It's fine.
Women couldn't like work in the Vatican.
Until 1965.
No, it's 3. I changed.
What?
1963.
Oh, okay. Alright. Right around there.
Sorry, specific.
It's okay.
But how interesting is that? Yeah, women couldn't work there.
Oh,
And
that's what all this.
there's like 2,000 people living within the walls.
Like, just, it's normal.
It's like
It's
a
normal
walled city.
Like, we had I had no idea that it was as normal as they portray it to be.
So, and then the Sistine Chapel, Michelangelo, like, constructed the cartoons for the
Like the
entire
sketches.
ceiling, but he also had, like, a number of assistants, and there are, like, 4 main painters besides himself, and there's a Last Supper, there's a Last Supper, like, painting on the wall of the Sistine, or, like, the ceiling of the Sistine, and it's the 12 apostles and Jesus. But Judas is sitting on the opposite side of the table, and he's all robed in black, and he's got like a black halo.
And a little
And there's-
demon on his
yeah,
shoulder.
talking to him. And then on the very edges, the painters painted themselves in, so they're just like watching like the Last Supper.
It's nuts.
So that was really cool.
We also learned that, like, on the ceiling, you know, the ever famous Adam and God, like, touching fingertips. First off, God's other hand is like almost like going like this and like into this boy's shoulder, neck, and that boy represents the brain.
Or like, yeah.
And so God is like passing intelligence over to Adam. But the backdrop of God and like the angel cherub boys or whatever that are in that side of the painting, the backdrop is in the shape of a brain. And we found out that
This is actually very controversial because how would Michelangelo know how a human brain looks like? What? So he must have he took like a real like brain, like a human brain. And this was kind of the start of like anatomy and like dissecting human bodies.
So they're like, whose brain is this?
Yeah.
And he used it to mimic.
Mm-hmm. And he used a lot of like Greek and Roman statues to model his characters on his
It was cool because there's 2 specific...
Want me to turn it off? Or no?
We're just making our dinner right now.
Sorry, pasta.
Yeah.
Keeping it pretty simple.
When in Rome, right? But 2 of the sculptures that we saw in there, and we got pictures of them too, he used the head of one and then the body of another, and that's how that's what he modeled his paintings of Jesus after.
Mm-hmm.
That look, like that
So
that
really
formation.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
It was super interesting. It was crazy.
Yeah.
You went into the Sistine and you're supposed to be silent. Everyone's packed in there like sardines.
And everyone's
It's crazy.
talking. Like, there's just guards all around going, shh. We're like, seriously?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was even worth it, but it was at a very dull
I'll be back.
So that was nice. So we went to the Sistine. We saw all that stuff, and
It was just really awesome.
it was really, really moving. The Sistine Chapel was super sweet. It tells the story, and then there's like tapestries too that are like some 500 years old. And they bring out the tapestries when important people come into the Sistine. Oh, Sistine Chapel is also where they elect the new pope. And so at the very end of the Sistine, they have the chimney, which will send the white smoke up. And
After that, we kind of had to bolt because we had to get to our apartment, which we're currently in. It's like a loft style. It's super cool.
it's really nice.
but-
It's very spacious.
Yeah, like about 20 minutes outside of the city center. So we booked it out of here, got here, long trip. It was hot.
Well, the
so
105.
105.
There was this group of British kids, like clearly just like drunk out of their mind. And they were running to the bus screaming, 105.
And then on the bus,
105.
like one guy just kept like chiming.
Just kept doing
It's
it.
pretty funny.
We were in a humorous
Yeah.
mood, so we were like, that's funny.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we get to here. pass out. At least I do for like
She
20
did.
minutes. And then we went to go get some food, came back, passed out again. Then we went to see the Coliseum.
It was awesome.
And it's so nice. It was so cool because we went around like 7 or 8, so it was lit up. And it was just
but we
dust.
saw like it going in.
Right,
We saw
yeah,
it
we saw
lit
the sun
and then,
setting on the
It
Coliseum.
was so cool.
It was really romantic. And so we walked around the Coliseum. We saw some Roman ruins. And we saw a lot of Roman columns, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
And there was, what's it, Arc?
Arc de Constantine.
Mm-hmm.
Saw
And,
that. It was incredible. Like looking at these
incredible.
Roman, it was just incredible.
Incredible.
Incredible. Side note, we'll tell you that story later.
Yeah.
But just these Roman ruins. Oh my gosh, it was just.
They're really like spectacular. They're, like pictures just don't suffice. It's
No.
amazing how much has lasted. And the Colosseum was originally meant to be for like public persecutions, but they
We
said
learned this morning at the
yeah,
tour.
but they said there wasn't enough room
In the arena. There wasn't enough
So-
room in the Colosseum to perform the persecutions on the Jewish and the Christians,
Yeah.
so they couldn't use the Colosseum for that.
And,
What?
and we're like walking around. It takes us like probably like a good 15 minutes to walk around, and we're like, how do you not have enough room to persecute somebody here? You don't even have to do that much to
dreary
persecute
when
somebody.
you think about it.
I don't know. It was really weird. So, but that was where like the gladiators fought lions and such.
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Mhm.
Then we're back here, gonna make some pasta. Tomorrow we're gonna see.
It's 11 o'clock now.
Oh,
Which is a
we're
little
tired.
late.
But we're gonna go see Arc de Triomphe, Spanish Steps, and then this Piazza. Just a,
Popolo or something
yeah.
tomorrow morning,
Mhm.
and then we catch a train at 2:50 to go to Bari, our last stop in Italy.
Sad, actually.
It is really sad. It's our last
It's,
train.
I know. It's a 4-hour train, so we're gonna get some good.
We'll be
You
able
know,
to
we'll be
sink in.
reminiscent of our trainness for whatever. But for all of you Audrey Hepburn fans out there, there's a lot of propaganda right now about Roman Holiday. If you've ever seen it, if you haven't seen it, I really recommend it. It's she's a princess and she kind of escapes the palace and wanders the streets of Rome. And there's this one scene with the mouth of truth where she, she's playing around with the guy she meets and she sticks her hand in the mouth of truth. I don't know the story about it, but I couldn't get to see it because tonight it was closed and it's like right around the Coliseum.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of Audrey Hepburn pictures literally everywhere. So I got a postcard with Roman Holiday. It was like Romane Vacazione or something like that. It's pretty funny. And that's about all. We did a lot today. And
You did well.
so that's about it, right?
Yeah.
Minus 48.
Top of the manhole.
Check
See
in.
you all. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace out, Girl Scout.